I promised a video a lot earlier than this, and I'm sorry, I've been getting around to it. Most of the stuff I said I was going to do in that video, I've done, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about something I worked on with Guy just recently, and I thought I'd try and do something new, which is prove or disprove our theory in real time. Usually I sort of play around with it in advance and then go, hey, it worked, or no, it didn't work. So, this will be interesting. What you see in front of you is our idea for the skin. So basically we're going to have sort of a mesh that sits on the outside of the bot like this. And this mesh is just made up of a very fine piece of PLA, and you can see it's lovely and shiny there. I don't normally print directly on glass. I normally print on a spray glue solution or something similar to that, just glue stick or something like that. But in order to achieve that lovely sheen like this, which we want to see on the outside of the bot, we've done direct onto glass. Now that's created some problems, and there's no way I would be able to do the black direct onto glass. There is some warping, some minor warping, as you can see on the edges, which is only going to be exacerbated as the part gets bigger. So naturally we're not going to be able to print this directly onto glass. But these, given that the individual tiles are printed one at a time, can be printed on glass, but these are not without their own problems. Anyone with a keen eye will be able to see that there is a little bit of warping on the corners as they've curled up a little bit. So I'm going to have to actually get off my ass and finish building the cooling shroud for my 3D printer's hot end before I go any further. But without further ado, let's test and see whether or not these bad boys... Oh, I don't even need to use the knife there. Well, that's got a nice little shine on it. Okay, let's see whether or not these click into place. So there's a slight lip on the bit of that, there you go, that's poking up. And the reason for the recent test is that I was also testing this new 3D Phillies PLA Plus, which is very nice. It's very white. The color is exceptionally vivid compared to the old PLA. Okay, anyway, let's see how we go. Oh, maybe not. Might be a little bit too tight. Tight is what we want, but we want to be able to get it in. Hey, hey. All right. Nope. It snapped off. Okay, so we've got a bit of a strength issue there. That's all right. We printed many. We printed many of these. Let's see how this one goes. I'll try and do it in one that hasn't warped and see whether or not it was due to the warping. Because this is also a stronger PLA, and PLA is generally speaking quite brittle, so I might have to actually increase the tolerance that I've given. And it looks like this one will break as well if I push it too hard. Sorry, I'm trying to look at two things at once, the screen and what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. 1, 2, 3. Hey, broke as well. Oh well, at least this is giving us a good idea of what this is going to look like when we sort of put this on the bot. And I think it's a bit too chocolatey. I think we're going to have to go with bigger tiles, bigger white tiles. This is currently at about 6 tiles per fascia. Sorry, per side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we crank it up to, or bring it down to maybe 5, that might look nice, or perhaps even 4. Well, there we go. If I go vertically, that seems to work rather than horizontally. Try that on this one. Yeah, that's working. A little bit less give. My 3D printer mustn't be calibrated very well in one axis. That one's not even... Oh, it's broken. Okay. There we go. We got 3. Nope, that broke. Nope. This is fun. Nope. Hey, that worked. Okay, and you can see there's also some artifacts on the printing as well, so not even, my printer's not even calibrated properly. as you can see. But it's not bad. I mean, as a first trial, it's got a lovely sheen on it, and you can see it's got that kind of, what we were going for is the Stormtrooper or, you know, kind of Portal robot finish where you get that white, that stark white contrast with that stark black. But I just don't think that there's enough white to black ratio in this initial trial. So I'll make some changes to the tolerances and the clearances on the clips there. I mean, ideally we want them to go in and never come out again. It's just a way of sort of printing multi-material without actually having to have a multi-material printer. And yeah, I'll do another test at another time. But I think we're at least on the right track here. I think it's gonna you know, give Cubie our desired appearance, which is to look like a giant Rubik's Cube before you actually know what it is and before its head pops out and its legs pop up. But I will do another video at some point on all the stuff that I promised to do, which is the changes that I've made to the drive pods, extensions and bits and pieces, and guys giving me some new ideas as to which direction to go for mounting those drive pods onto the elevators. So we'll try all of that, and I'll try and bundle that all into another video coming up soon. Cheers, guys.